So we start here this Monday night. You guys had done battle with a couple of trolls. You were wandering the wilderness and came upon a scene of a tall statue of a cloaked and hooded man with thick stone serpents emerging from its sleeves and wrapping its arms around its body. There was a few bodies at the foot of the statue. The body of a young man, face down in the black mud, and his hand on the statue's feet, and while his other hand is holding the body of a young woman, her blouse stained black with blood. Now, when you after seeing this scene and then doing battle with the trolls, when the battle was over, the ghost of the young girl revealed herself to you, and she was very disoriented. Didn't quite appreciate the fact that she was dead, um, and she revealed some details to you about the scene. First of all, her name was Sari, and the man was Benedict, her betrothed. Um, she and Benedict came here to be married, and Benedict's brother Regold accompanied them. And she doesn't see Regold's body anywhere here. Sari doesn't know how she died. She just felt a stabbing pain, and then everything faded into darkness. She says that someone else was with them, but she doesn't remember who. She can't remember his face or even what his voice sounded like. Every time she thinks she's close to remembering, it fades from her mind. She does know where Regold and this visitor were planning on going, however. It was a place of great evil, and she fears that something very bad is going to happen there, something that must be stopped, and soon. She feels a terrible, powerful force that is angry yet sad, just like she is, with a broken heart like hers. Finally, you notice that she was wearing these ghostly gloves that she wasn't able to remove, but just to tie into the prophecy, she did seem to have these gloves. So before she leads you off into the forest, to this place where Regold and this other person were heading, there's a chance for you to investigate this scene a little bit, um, to try to piece together maybe more about what happened here with this scene at the shrine. Um, we can take people trained in investigation or survival or arcana and religion just as some checks to investigate the scene before we head off following Sari into the wilderness.
I remember doing a religion check, and you said that was a Yonti?
Right. And the statue depicts an aspect of Seth, the dark being worshipped by the Yonti.
Do an investigation
Alright.
check.
Since you said survival check, I'll do that.
All right. So I can see some results here. All right. So Valmo with a 12. I'll start with Valmo since he rolled first. The wounds that Benedict and Sari bear are very precise. They are not those of troll or any other beast.
Like-
Drawer.
Knife wounds.
The wounds would suggest that they were attacked from behind and slain instantly. Whoever did this likely bore two weapons. Now, for Cho, for your survival, you can see 4 sets of human-sized tracks leading into this clearing around the shrine, but only 2 sets of human tracks leave, and they head off to the southeast. One of the sets belonged to someone, a man, who wore an expensive pair of boots, judging from the heel. That, and he took care to step in the less muddy patches of the area. So he was probably dressed in finery.
That's suspect.
Right. Now-
Maybe he was just a wuss.
Could be.
You didn't
Now,
come here for a wedding.
Exactly. Yeah.
Most wusses have a lot of money.
Can we quote you on that?
So there's a few bits of treasure that I didn't go over last week either. Now the trolls that you defeated, one of them had golden tusks. He actually had golden teeth. So if you want to hit Grizzly and pluck those teeth, you probably fetch 25 gold for each tooth, and he's got 4 of them.
Are they teeth or tusks?
Tusks.
Tusks.
Each
Are-
is
how mu-
engraved with a
ow.
rune.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, what kind of check would we make for that?
An Arcana check.
Anyone good with the Arcana?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think any of us is.
Yeah,
you don't-
you don't want Chove making an Arcana check.
I have +2.
You know, Average is shaking his head. No.
I have +2 with advantage on Undead.
+2 beats my 0.
My 0 too.
Go for it.
Okay. So the runes engraved on the tusks are the same runes that are in advanced necromantic rituals, spells. But these trolls, none of them look like spellcasters, so they must have been allied with somebody who was a spellcaster. Finally, there is a small hinged box in Benedict's pocket that contains a gold ring set with a pair of rubies that is worth 50 gold.
Each or together?
Excuse me just a second, I'm just going to blow my nose again.
I better not get COVID.
Over through the headset.
Only in this
Over through the
circumstance.
cell phone.
All right.
So I think we should get the tusks.
Yeah, I think we should take them.
Absolutely. I'll turn one of them into a horn.
Jeez.
Another musical instrument.
All right.
Everett's staying out of this one.
Sari's ghost is stressing the need for urgency to get going. She pleads with you that you have to stop this terrible event. How exactly she knows this, she can't explain, but she knows something terrible is going to happen if we don't get moving.
So these runes on the tusk are necromancy runes?
Right.
No, on the tusk?
They're
Yes.
embedded in.
Odd place.
So there may be a warlock or someone around here. Some spellcaster.
A warlock dentist or something?
There you go.
What do you need?
We're wondering if it's a warlock dentist. An odd place to put a rune, that's all.
the tusks out with the runes, does anything happen to the trolls? Like, was it a spell on them?
It's a good question.
I don't think so. They're giants. Technically. So it wouldn't have anything to do with, like, necromancy.
And make their bite necromantic. That just seemed odd to me. Sorry.
Right now, Sari disappears, and a trail of her bloody footprints begins to lead you through the forest. The blood is unusually bright and seems to shed its own light, and there are splashes of vibrant macabre color in an otherwise dim and dreary area. A clear path through the swamp is hard to find. However, just as you start to think you're lost, you find a few of Sari's footprints that continue for a short distance to get you back on track. And you travel for about a half an hour when you come. Of course, let me do a time check here. What time is it? It is earlier in the morning. So let me advance the clock 1 hour here. And you are traveling along following the footprints. The sky is overcast and stormy, but everything's well lit. You hear the sounds of crashing thunder, of buzzing flies, cawing ravens, and distant howling wolves as you move on through the wet forest. Twisted trees jut from the scummy green surface of a bog ahead. Here and there, small atolls of fungi-covered rock and mud break through the surface. In the center of the bog sits a once well-built wooden Vardo, half sunken into the swamp. One corner of the Vardo has been pulled deep into the swamp, leaving the rest at a twisted angle. You there! Help me! A frantic voice calls out from within. My Vardo is stuck in the bog and I'm trapped inside.
What's a Vardo?
A Vardo
it's
is
the
a
same thing.
Vistani wagon.
Oh.
It's one of the round-topped wagons used by the Vistani.
Oh, okay. Right. So we should go help him.
We'll have to do this together because I don't know if any. Well, you can do it, right? You're strong enough.
Now, reaching the Vardo is no easy feat. There are sinkholes within the bog that threaten to swallow those who wish to cross it, and thorny vines that seem to want to squeeze the life out of any who pass.
That's not good.
Yeah, I'm looking for something.
Don't we have a druid in this group?
We do. What would you like me to try?
Don't you have something about that where you can make the plants nice to us?
I didn't take that one. I don't like. Everett's not a plant person. Erupt the earth. Is that gonna help?
Can we pick our way through them? Like
Sure.
between them?
Sure. Why don't you make
slash over.
either an athletics or an acrobatics check for me as you pick your way across the small hillocks to the caravan.
Athletics or acrobatics? Is that what you said?
Right.
Can't Evie or Everett turn into a fly or something and
I cannot fly yet.
get to the voice?
Oh, but I can do it. I can become a snake and get over there.
So Shantala, you make it without incident over to the Vardo. Same as Everett. Chove, go ahead and roll a d4 for me, though.
Oh no.
I'll grab your hand, Cho.
All right. You stumble and land in a patch of strange green and yellow mushrooms. go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
No.
All right. So, go ahead and lose 2 hit dice.
Like from my like hit dice for recovery,
Right.
or you mean okay?
Right. So it didn't do hit point damage, it did hit dice damage. As these small green and yellow mushrooms explode into a cloud of poisonous spores. I wish they exploded into s'mores. That would be great. But
Campfire.
let's see. So Valmo, you made it across to the Vardo. Chove, after your little mishap, you're over there. So who didn't attempt to? I guess Fancy is still standing off to the side. Do you want to try to make it over to the Vardo, Fancy, or are you gonna observe this one?
So there's spores in the area?
Chove fell and landed in this patch of mushrooms. There's the normal vegetation that you would expect to find in this boggy, swampy area.
Okay. So I guess I'll just stay where I'm at.
All right. So the rest of you can start to try to dig this wagon out. Now the door is submerged in thick mud, and the few windows are too narrow for him to crawl through. So you're going to have to figure out how to get this man out of the wagon. Of course, you can talk to him and ask him any questions in the meantime.
You care about your wagon? Want to save your life, or do you want to save your wagon?
He says, if you have to destroy the wagon to get me out of here, I don't know how else I'm going to get out.
You have enough air in there, though?
Yes, yeah.
Fireball's too much. So.
Because if we try to dig the mud away from the door, what happens?
It's so wet, it just immediately seeps right back in to the void that you create. So digging it out is going to be tough.
Is there any windows or openings on the roof, on the top of the wagon?
No.
So it's completely enclosed.
Right.
Could be.
We could
Somebody-
maybe make an opening on the top of the wagon.
Yes. I got an axe or something.
What's the
I
top of the
have
wagon made out of?
Just wood.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a hand axe.
Excellent, yeah.
Okay, it has the roof of the wagon has an armor class 13, and it would take 30 points of damage to make a hole. But if that's the route you wanted to go, it would just be a matter of time. There'd be no checks necessary. You could just spend 15 or 20 minutes or however long it would take cutting through the top of the wagon. The man introduces himself as Shaming, and he happily scrambles out of the Vardo through the hole you cut in the roof, and he's able to provide you with a little more information about how he got there. So he explains that the previous day, 2 men traveled through the swamp and passed his camp. One was large and dressed in the clothes of a commoner, though he had 2 fine swords on his belt. And the other was immaculately dressed like a noble, with a frilled frock, a red royal doublet, golden buttons, and a pair of fine high leather boots folded down at the knee. He invited them both to share his fire and a story, but while the larger man seemed so inclined, the richly dressed man barked an order, and they both continued on their way. The larger of the 2 men did look crestfallen. Shamig is a member of the Bogaroffs, and he has been hearing rumors about a being of great power in the swamp, a monstrous creature, not alive nor dead. He kind of chuckles to himself because he knows how silly it sounds when he says aloud, but he says that he did hear some strange noises, and he thinks maybe it was just his imagination get the better of him. But he's very thankful for your rescue, and pulls from his jacket a set of stupefyingly beautiful playing cards. The cards are made of lacquered wood and inlaid with gold, silver, and platinum, with a matching carrying case. It's worth 100 gold, and he gives you that as thanks for rescuing him from this wagon.
So, did these two men head towards the monster?
They were heading further east, and when you are looking for Sari's footprints, they continue off in that direction.
But where's the monster?
This is more of a rumor that the Vistani have been telling around about basically a ghost who's been obsessed with gloves, oddly enough. That has been in the woods of this area for a few days.
Okay, so no location.
Right.
Someone...
I would say carry on.
Yeah.
Gonna come join us, Fancy?
Yeah. I follow them.
Go
'cause
ahead.
I wrote the song.
Go ahead and make an athletics or an acrobatics check, Fancy.
Athletics or acrobatics.
Yep, your call. All right, you crushed it. So Shamig has no desire to stay in this accursed swamp longer than necessary, so he begins retrieving what he is able from his Vardo, and is going to set out on rejoining the rest of the Bogarovs. So with that, he bids you adieu, and begins moving off, leaving you to follow Sari's trail of footprints in the opposite direction.
Okay.
Right. So another half an hour goes by, and you're following these footprints through the forest, and you come to a large pool of a thick bubbling liquid and twisted blackened trees surrounding the skull of an enormous horned beast. Half of its elongated skull rises up out of the bubbling black liquid, and two 15-foot-long horns rising up into the night sky. Each of the two horns is capped in a large golden ring, and numerous white bones pierce out of the bubbling liquid. Let me move you to a map that I have prepared for this.
That's a pretty cool effect. You don't get that kind of realism at Universal.
Let me drop some tokens here. Jove, Everett, Fancy, Shantala, and Valmo. So you should be able to see this, what is this bubbling pool of thick viscous tar that spans approximately 80 foot wide. The pool is relatively shallow. Looks to only be a few feet deep, but the tar is scalding hot. And you've got this red dragon skull in the middle of this tar pit, and you can see that it has these golden rings adorning its horns.
I'm gonna investigate.
They don't seem worth traversing that tar for, those rings.
I've enticed us more than that, Dan. Come on.
What if we set it on fire? Just set the whole tar on fire.
Be fun.
But that's likely to be like a huge explosion, right?
The explosion just would
Definitely 80 Fairmount.
just be continuously burning, right?
Yeah, I think I'm looking through the text here, and it doesn't say specifically. Oh, it says the tar is also flammable. Any character set alight. So the tar is flammable. So if you were to just cast it on it, it would be burning tar.
Yeah, but we don't know how long.
Probably a long time.
Yeah, I think it would be safe to say a long time, right?
The skull's not moving.
No, it is a non-enchanted skull. It is a mundane skull sitting in this tar pit.
Can anyone fly over there over the tar and land on the skull? Is that big?
I want to fly, but I can't fly. Making Everett sad.
I don't know if it's fly at all. No.
If you could surf, maybe I could do a wall of water over to the skull. You know, and you'd have to probably do athletics to surf.
How deep is the tar?
It's about 3 feet deep. As
But
you
I
get
could
to
make
the
a
edge,
wall of water to like an ice skating rink. I could make a wall of water to the skull, but you'd have to surf it.
Do any of us know how to surf?
Exactly.
Sure, I know to surf.
You can't say I didn't come up with an idea.
I did come up with an idea.
It's a viable idea if we had the skills. So how
That's not
far away is?
Can anyone walk on water?
I don't have that skill prepared or that spell prepared.
Let me see. I have the spell summon beast, so I might be able to actually summon a creature who flies.
Okay, hold on. Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, because I can do air, land, or water, so I guess I could technically summon an eagle, because obviously nothing can swim through that tar.
I wish I could conjure something that flies. Everett's really feeling bad about himself.
All right.
the rules for the tar, just so that you guys can make an informed decision. Any
again?
character that enters or starts their turn in the tar takes 1d4 fire damage.
Yeah, not going in the tar.
And that's
You
rough
can
terrain.
jump this.
And it is difficult
Huh.
terrain, right?
Yeah, I
So
like
we
the
can
idea
make that
of
a
flying path.
Right.
So
How would you like me to turn into a serpent or something and swim across it? I won't hurt that much. I'll get there in time.
well, we don't know what's going to happen once we're there.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean,
All right. I'll just summon, I guess, bigger than normal eagle for us, and hopefully the eagle can pick one of us up.
Now you can't summon a giant eagle, right? It's
Well,
just
yeah,
the-
but I yeah, that's why I didn't say giant eagle. I
Right,
just
right.
meant big enough to carry someone, I hope.
Right.
Do you think the eagle could go just get a ring and bring it back to us?
Yeah, that might be the easiest way to do it. I asked the eagle to do their best to get the ring.
All right. The only thing, it doesn't so specifically state what the size of the rings are, but they're big enough to fit on dragon horns. I guess the eagle could pick them up. So the eagle is able to retrieve the rings encircling the dragon's horns, and they're worth 150 gold each.
So the eagle got both of them?
The eagle got both of them. It took a little time, but did it.
And does anything happen to the skull once the rings are gone?
No. Everything remained quiet.
Nice.
Okay.
So that was just treasure. Okay.
Right.
Seems suspicious.
I guess I'll ask the eagle to just do a quick scouting, is what I would direct it to do next after dropping us the rings, besides feeding it a little bit.
What you see is what you get here on this map. It's just forest and swamp land all around this. But the eagle doesn't see anything other than the obvious.
All right. Then I'll just let it know I'm assuming this area right here are some trees, and just tell it to hang out just in case something does show up.
All right, it will be nearby.
How much are the gold rings again?
150 each.
We're just wondering why there's a dragon skull in the tar pit.
Yeah.
Is the rest of the dragon in the tar pit too, or just the skull?
It just landed here and died and slowly turned into oil for the millennium.
We're in Libray.
Well, how do we know it's a red dragon if it's a skull?
The dragon species all have slight different physical features, and the
Oh.
way the orientation of the horns and whatnot indicate this is a red dragon.
Okay.
So we don't notice anything living inside it or around it. Use me as a like a trap or anything.
Make a perception check.
No.
Okay, so just this massive pool of bubbling tar.
Okay. Can I make a survival check just on the area to see if there's any recent activity besides our activity
Sure.
in this area?
Sure.
There. God damn! I cannot roll tonight.
Right.
Save it for the
There's
battle.
a lack of good quality prints in the area has given you not much to work with.
You know what? I'm. Let's just say Chove's still feeling the effects of those mushrooms.
Decided to try it too. What did I get?
She's getting distracted by her hands.
That's better.
So you can see that Wriggle and the visitor definitely were through this way. They skirted around the left side of the tar pit. Didn't seem to dawdle here. They just gave it a pass and kept going on their way.
Hey, Chove, I can see the footprints. They're going around this way.
Oh, thank God.
Trying to be helpful.
Please. I don't know what's real right now, okay? I'm freaking out a little bit. Don't tell anyone.
The colors are pretty, aren't they?
They really are. I don't understand this.
This is
Everyone
really.
wants to dive. Everyone wants to dive into the mushrooms.
No, it actually, it really hurt to do so. And she's, almost crying as she says this. She's just freaking out.
Does Everett have
Fancy's thinking about a song.
So is there anything
Starship.
else you guys want to do here? You just want to keep following the trail?
Feels like there should be more to do, but
The other
Don't
two
know
just
what.
walked by it. Maybe there's something there.
Well, maybe I should try a perception check.
Go for
In the
it.
meantime, I'm gonna hand over my ventriloquist dummy of Strahd. See if you can see it talking.
Oh, God.
All right, it's
why aren't you
very
using that more?
subtle and easy to miss, Shantala, but this is why it took you so long to notice. But you're getting the impression of figures hiding in the tar that are moving around beneath its surface. They're just these small bulges that are slowly moving about, and maybe they're not creatures moving around, but you definitely have the sense that something is under the surface of the tar.
Would that be this?
Nope.
No.
Hey, I'll do a couple of pings for you.
Huh. So there's something moving in the tar.
Right.
But I can't tell if it's a creature. Well,
Light it up.
um,
Anything that lives in tar can't be friendly.
No.
Everett's getting nervous and doesn't want to be near the tar. So
Preemptively committing genocide on these creatures by burning the tar.
I think we should just leave them be.
thing to see here.
Probably a good call. Can we just tiptoe out?
What's this over here?
It just feels like we have bigger fish to fry. That's the eagle.
All right, let's go.
Fun. It's trying to make us get attacked anyway. We lose Dan?
No, I'm here.
Oh, sorry.
Fancy's just staring at the gigantic skull.
Or should we be on a raven until they start following us?
Follow the
On our
track.
way. Everett's starting to run.
All right. You guys are eventually able to make your way past the tar pit. Nothing comes crawling out at you.
And you almost sound disappointed.
I would
Blame on the allergies.
like to call to my eagle and just have it follow us until the spell runs out.
All right. So you make it by and eventually put the tar pit behind you, and nothing more comes of it. And you follow Sari's footprints for several more hours, and you eventually come to a gnarled tree that sits atop a hill that rises above the swampland around it. The faint smell of ash sits in the air, the sign of a campfire barely a day old. The position of the hill within the surrounding area gives you the impression this might be a safe place to rest, and maybe why there's a camp already set up here. I'll take investigation checks from somebody who's trained in it.
Sure.
Excellent. Okay, so the check reveals that the camp was used by 2 occupants who caught and cooked a rabbit over the fire. You notice that only one of the occupants appears to have eaten the animal. The bones were all discarded in one spot. Additionally, only one person appears to have slept. Either that, or they took turns sleeping in precisely the same spot on the ground. You also find in the surrounding area a recently dug pit toilet, and nearby is a scrap of old parchment. Let me find that for you.
This is good intelligence.
A toilet.
So sounds like one of those people isn't exactly alive.
Just wasn't hungry. I'm not alive.
That's the thing.
A person who Benedict was too
There's alive, there's dead, and then there's undead.
And then there's the immortal, too evil to die.
So that's the scrap of crumbled parchment that you find over near the pit.
So is the visitor Benedict, and she was this wicked person as sorry?
That's what it sounds like. But the visitor told him that, right? So we don't know that it's actually true.
So, you guys, that is the extent of what you're able to find here at the campsite. Nothing else turns up. And the footprints continue to lead off. If you wanted to do a short rest, this looks like it would be a good place to do it, or you can get hot on the trail.
Short rest.
I think a short rest would be good.
Sure.
All right, let me look at something here. So who is on watch?
I'll take the first watch.
I'll take the second one.
Or the watch, since it's only a short rest, right?
They're hard to see in the darkness. Or excuse me, it's not dark, so I guess they're easier to see. But let me find the description. There's a black shape covered in a thick liquid, a humanoid that is marching down the path. There's a number of
Followed us from the tar pit.
right.
Wow.
Is the eagle still around, or has that left?
Is the who still around?
The eagle. Wasn't there an eagle?
I mean, it's an hour-long concentration, so has it been an hour?
It's getting close, but we'll say that the eagle is here. The eagle has landed.
Wow.
Here, I'll throw it on the board here. There we go.
So it's basically homicidal tar.
And there's 6 of them.
Right.
I don't have a song for that.
Blaze of glory.
So do we see them creeping up on us?
Yes, Valmo is seeing them at a good distance. They're still 100 feet away at this point when Valmo raises the alarm.
100 feet, no big deal.
Yeah, we can just outrun them.
So they're all covered in tar?
They are.
Excellent.
They are flammable.
Can we have the eagle go over, fly over them, and drop fire on them from above?
Oh, yeah, that's a possibility.
Nice.
We light a torch.
It'd be a long way to fire a torch. Or throw a torch.
No, if the eagle carries the torch and flies over them and drops the torch on top of them.
Oh my goodness, because I got a pathetic. Oh, am I the only one who rolled initiative?
Yeah, everybody
Yeah, are we
else
doing that?
should roll
Yeah.
initiative, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to right now.
Right.
Okay.
I'm going to be last. No doubt. Since.
All diplomacy is broken down.
Well, no.
Oh, I'm not last.
Where's Adam when we need him?
I roll a 3. Can you see my 3?
Yeah.
Should I roll again?
We
No,
got
we
it.
got the,
Nancy goes first.
Who are we still waiting for?
Everybody?
It's everybody.
me.
I should be on.
I don't see Valmo.
now I
Let me
see
roll again.
Valmo.
I
The other
did.
one's got a 3.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to select my token. Sorry.
There we go. All right. Valmo.
And I'll roll again.
No, it's okay. 3. There we go. All right, Fancy. You are roused from your restfulness as Valmo has sounded the alarm to these intruders coming into your camp.
Yeah. Just trying to decide how crazy I want to go. Okay. I'm gonna cast slow.
Slow. All right. 6 creatures is 6 creatures. Each target must make a Wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
Yeah, you got the cube.
Here comes saving throws from left to right. Wisdom. Fail. 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 First 3 failed. Fail. Fail. All of them failed.
Nice.
So each one's speed is halved and a -2 penalty to AC and Dex saving throws. Can't use reactions. All right. All of them are slowed. Do I have a slowed? I don't have a slowed. Okay.
And that's just concentration.
Here, we'll put this boot. This boot means slowed. And that's a concentration spell that you're maintaining, right?
And Fancy says, Avengers, assemble! Anytime.
Fancy is concentrating. All right. And this gas gets to go. Now his speed is halved, so he only gets to move 15 feet. And then he is done.
100 and something.
Everett.
I'm reading something, and I want to know if I'm about to break something. Just cast something I didn't mean to. I'm going to do Flaming Sphere.
Okay.
It's only got a distance of 60. So it says I can cast it, and then as a bonus action, move it another 30. Actually, put that thing 90 feet away from me.
If you moved up a couple feet, you can hit it.
Right. So I can't measure right now. I don't know why, but if I move up my 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, so I can actually should be able to reach these three, right? Three. Okay. We'll cast Flaming Sphere. It's move it right. Oh, I can't move it. A little bit or not? Right there.
All right. So reading the description of the spell, the fundamental question is if a spell has a range of 60 feet, can you move the effect beyond 60 feet?
As a bonus action.
And I'm gonna go ahead and say yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go back where I was because I don't want to get near these guys.
Right.
I'm gonna cast it.
Here,
60 feet, and then I'm gonna.
let me give you control of it.
Okay.
Okay, you should have it now.
Okay. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, and then another 10. 20, I think. I guess I can get there. So imagine I moved. I'm gonna move myself 5 feet just so I can cast it right there.
Okay.
Move 5 feet over. Okay. Now, when their turn, they start in that sphere, so they got the fire damage.
All right. Did you target any one of them, or just move it over into the area?
It says if they're within 5 feet of it.
Okay, so all three of these guys. All right.
Let's make a dex saving throw. I've done my damage anyway.
And it's a dex
That's
saving
awesome.
throw?
Hmm?
From left to right?
So you saved. Or now when I cast, you save.
So the one closest to you, the one on the right, failed. So he takes 5 points of fire damage
Hmm?
and is lit up.
The other two take 2. Sorry, it wasn't a lot, but
Okay,
Oh, yeah. It all
so all of them, these pillars of black goo, Armus, skin of evil, if you will, um, are now burning piles of pillars of black oily goo. And they don't seem to have slowed down.
Uh-oh.
The thick oil is burning. It's unclear if the creatures coated in them are necessarily suffering any ill effects.
Uh-oh.
oh,
We may have made this worse.
Joe,
yeah, no, they're fire. They're flaming.
Alright, this is not good.
I tried. I'm sorry. I tried.
It's not your fault. We thought this was a good idea. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my distance as long as possible. So I'm gonna mark this one in front with Hunter's Mark, and I'm just gonna hit it with my longbow. It does not. 25 has to hit.
.25 definitely hits.
Yeah.
For 8 piercing damage.
And one Hunter's Mark.
9 damage. Alright, 9 damage recorded to that lead black pillar. This guy moves his 15 feet. $11? Wait a second. That 11 hits too.
Oh, it does?
Because they're slowed, they have a -2 to armor class, so that brings them from 13 to 11, so the 11 hits.
And that's
Thank you,
11.
Dan.
Thank you, Fancy.
It's a good
Little
point of
bullet check.
inspiration.
Let me record the other 11. Okay, alright. Now I recorded all of his damage. Alright. This fella goes 1, 2, 3. Shantala.
Right. So I'm going to cast a fireball, which is a 20-foot radius.
Right,
Wait.
So that should cover all of them.
You sounded so confident about it. Fancy's in.
You could get 4 out of the 6 in a single fireball, but they're a little too spread out along the path.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's get the first 4. The
Okay.
front 4.
Alright, the front 4. Alright,
They have disadvantage on his dex saves, right?
right? Alright, disadvantage dex saves, but this is where I'm going to confess something to save myself making a whole bunch of rolls. The creatures are immune to fire damage.
But the tar isn't, right? Oh, they're...
Not getting
Oh.
hurt. The tar is burning, but not them.
Right,
Is a
so the
timer
fireball goes off, and let's just say they all failed their saving throws, but they still take no damage from it.
Oh.
It depends on some
It was
fire
just-
damage.
I just thought it was because the fire, the other one just doesn't do very much damage. That it just...
So I was just going
Right.
to say that you took 5 points of fire damage when I did the fires.
I
Here.
didn't record the damage.
Oh, evil you.
Yes. I just posted the little blurb from DM notes here.
Okay.
So the only
Well, I'm very
one who
sad
does
I
any
used
damage.
spell slot.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
But
Can
I
you
think,
just see me deflating? Wah, wah, wah.
but I think Shantala, that's exactly it. That once your fireball went off and they were no worse for wear, that's when the party puts together. Holy crap! These fire isn't damaging these guys.
Yeah.
Fancy was 100% behind Shantala, though.
So,
He thought it was a
like,
good idea.
yes.
He has an 8 intelligence.
That explains a lot.
Well, at least we learned something.
That is awesome.
He's now 9 in intelligence.
All right, what you got, Valmo?
Is my turn already?
Yep.
They're not a whole lot since they're immune to fire.
Well, if they're immune to fire.
Trying to get in range with this one.
Oh, Everett, you're concentrating on that flaming sphere, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop in a little while.
Okay.
Alright, what I'm gonna do for I'm gonna move. And then for I'm gonna cast Aid on Everett, Fancy, and Chove.
All right.
The front three. So that's 10 hit points for the next 8 hours.
10 to your max.
Yeah,
You
10 to your max.
Right.
Really?
To
Wow.
Fancy?
Yep. Fancy, Everett, and Chove. Valmo gave you aids.
Right, so
Oh,
Nice.
thank you.
Super
you.
aids, right?
and then my bonus action, I'm going to cast. I'm going to do this one. Crimson Right. Get out of the way now.
Oh, this was the thing you were asking me about during the week, right?
Yeah,
Right. All right.
4 damage, but my hammer attack does 1d4 of lightning damage
All right.
in
Nice.
addition.
All right. And then we come back round to Fancy, concentrating on his slow spell.
Yeah, I can I mean, I can cast a cantrip, I guess.
You can cast another spell as long as not a concentration spell. If you had a lightning bolt, you could do that.
All I have is Vicious Mockery. Am I within 60 feet?
No. You'd have to move closer.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything. I'm done.
All right. This guy moves his 15 feet. This guy moves his 15 feet. guy moves his 15 feet. And then we go to Everett. So these guys are just slowly making their way over to you.
But you did exactly where you went exactly where I wanted you to be. I'm gonna go somewhere around here. I think I can now reach my 60 feet. I'm going to cast this knife on that one.
Okay. Are you dropping concentration?
Oh yeah, it's a useless spell. I just lost the slot too. Thank you.
All right. And you're going to cast Ice Knife. Okay.
Now let's try something different.
I like that.
So which one are you targeting with the Ice Knife?
This one.
The lead
When
one?
it explodes.
Oh,
nope,
the one in the
on
middle.
bottom.
Got it. Right. All right.
When it
so
explodes,
armor
the other
class,
two get it.
Right. Armor class 11. That's a hit for 5 piercing damage. Let me move the fire out of the way so I can actually record his hit points. 5 piercing damage. Now that first target, he takes the cold damage as well, right?
I think so. Yeah.
So he takes 7 cold, and his neighbors take 7 cold. Is that how it works?
But here, I'll post it. Quickly post it.
Alright, so the piercing was the 1d10. Hit or miss, the shard then explodes. The target and each creature must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 2d6, which you rolled 7.
You had to do the dex.
Right.
Okay.
Alright, so a dex saving throw, DC 13.
Do they have disadvantage for some reason?
I believe because they're slowed.
Okay. Thank you, Fancy.
Alright, so
I have the
the one in the middle made his dex save.
You.
So that means he takes no damage.
He takes.
It doesn't say half on a successful save. It means no damage. Okay.
You are correct.
So let me add 7 back for him. Alright, then the one on the left failed, and the one on the right made it. Okay. So this guy takes 7 cold, but the guy in the front doesn't take any.
It's jumping up and down, very disappointed. I guess you're not on fire anymore, are you?
It didn't say anything about putting out the fire. I'm going to say it didn't.
Okay. We can see him clearly.
Jove.
Oh boy. Let's just focus on finishing off this guy since, fortunately. Okay, I forgot to do this last time because I was so focused on these, but I would like to no, I don't have the eagle anymore because I hunter's marked the one guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I just remembered that it's a concentration hunter's mark.
Ah.
Never mind what I was about to say. I was about to send the eagle to attack, but I can't have both. I'm just gonna do what I did last time and just work on knocking that guy back
Okay.
with my bow. Why?
Armor class 11. So there's 2 hits for 15 damage. 2 arrows stick right into this pillar of black goo, and you can tell the form within staggers and stumbles, and he's not well.
At least that's in the right direction.
All right, Shantala.
Oh, so I'm gonna go for this one that's gotten the closest to us. And well, I think I'll just do that. Oh my goodness. Really?
Guiding bolt. Alright, so there's a hit for 8 radiant damage.
That's 4d6.
Oh no, really?
Yes, really.
2, 1, 4, 1.
Okay,
Gotta
but at
get
least
better.
you hit.
It's gotta get better.
And the next person to attack him is going to have advantage on that attack.
Correct.
Alright, Valmo.
Alright, I'm going to action cast Toll the Dead on this one.
Alright.
Yes.
A wisdom save, here it comes. Failed, 21 necrotic damage.
Oh,
And this form slumps over and collapses to the ground in a burning pile.
And then for my bonus action spiritual weapon, I'm right around here. Move this guy. And that's with advantage?
Let me... yeah, the next attack against that one with the guiding bolt. I'm going to give you control of the spiritual weapon. And going after the guy in front with advantage.
Yeah.
Alright, so, only 4 damage?
yikes! Really?
3 on the first one and 4 on the second one.
Oh, does it attack twice?
No, though with advantage, right?
Right. So I'll
Okay.
take the higher damage for... I'm just surprised it's only
Is that
4, but I
third
guess
level?
that's why, right.
And that's at 3rd level, too.
Right. Alright, 4 damage recorded. And if that's it for Valmo, we're back at the top at Mr. Slow-Mo. Slow-Mobius.
Are you talking about me?
Yep.
Okay, I'm done.
Nothing else? You don't want to throw a rock?
Please throw a rock. That'd be funny.
It's big.
I mean, I'll hum a tune.
You don't have a ranged weapon?
I don't deign myself to start much less hit somebody with a weapon. I would never throw a weapon at anybody. That is so uncouth.
Beneath you.
That's how you break nails. I'll tell you that much.
Alright, Everett.
Those bandages.
Everett's not getting a little nervous that they're getting so close. And it's gonna. I'm gonna go this way. I'll stay next to Fancy. And I will shoot my longbow at the one in front.
Okay.
My longbow go. Oh, there it is. That was a lousy shot.
That was not good enough.
Oh, thanks. But that's not the one I have advantage against, right? Because he's glowing.
Oh, only one attack.
Yeah,
But I tried.
the spiritual weapon got it first, right?
Alright.
All right, I'm done.
Alright, Chove.
So I would like to move my hunter's mark to this guy in front. Since the other guy's not dead. And longbow for the win!
15 damage, alright.
Nice.
You sink 2 arrows in, and the form staggers backward on the path before it resumes its slow, inexorable march forward.
Everett looks at you with admiration. That's how you do it.
Yeah, the one time my bow actually works.
Gotta learn how to do that.
All right, Shantala.
I have a lot of fire damage. Right? That guy's pretty. I'll go for this one here. The second one.
Okay. A guiding bolt for 14 radiant damage.
That's better.
Nice.
All right, so the next attack against him has advantage. Anything else for Shantala?
Nope, that's it.
All right, Valmo.
Do the same thing. Hold again on the lead.
And which one you tolling on? The lead one?
Yeah.
All right, here comes the wisdom save. Not
Oh,
very good at all. He has paid the toll.
See what you did there.
And then the weapon. That's the next one, I believe.
Spiritual weapon hits for 4 damage. I guess you have advantage. If you want to see if you crit.
Yeah. Try to.
Okay, you did not crit. 4 damage. And the guiding bolt is expended. Alright, Fancy.
Well, I think things have been going pretty good. I'm just gonna not do anything and expect this to turn out great.
Alright. The slow march forward. Everett.
Okay, we'll try. Admiring my friend's longbow shot. I'm gonna try again.
Alright, there's a hit for 5 piercing damage.
Yeah, the one in front.
Alrighty.
Did better, didn't I?
Chove.
Alright. Alright, I'll move the hunter's mark over onto this guy. Question. These creatures, what would you classify them as?
They are beneath their goo, they're undead.
Okay. Oh, wait, okay. I thought they were marine be conscious. Okay, great. I could have been using favored foe this whole time.
Could have been this random day.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I couldn't tell if they were like constructs or not. Okay, that in mind. Gonna hit it with my longbow, this one that I moved my hunter's mark on.
Alright, 10 is enough to drop it.
Oh, 10 is okay. Okay, that second shot wouldn't hit. Alright, I'm gonna keep that in mind that I have favored foe.
Alright. Shantala.
Well, hate to be boring, but I'm going to be anyway. Right.
Yes, it's effective.
Next one in line.
Guiding bolt.
Yep.
It's an oldie but goodie.
It is a good one.
Hey, don't break
17
what's not
radiant
broke.
damage. All right.
Don't fix what's not broke. Oh my god! Wow,
We've turned this
I've had
into
a long
effect.
day. I've had a long day. Yeah, don't fix
It's
what's
getting a
not
little
broke.
better every time I cast it, so.
All right,
You're
Valmo.
still feeling the effects of the mushrooms, right?
If it ain't broke,
Yeah.
don't fix it.
Thank you. I'm just not having a good time right now. I had a
I know
long
what you
weekend.
meant.
I had a very long weekend. Okay.
I hope it was a happy good love.
No, I just had to
Oh,
work
no.
a lot. And Sunday, which is supposed to be an easy day, there was a food truck festival going on in the town that I work. So we got hit with a lot of customers, and it was just fun.
It wasn't even typical Sunday. It was extra busy Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Oh. All right, Valmo, what you got?
Okay,
I've been there.
I'm going to take this chance here, move up here, and
Rick yells, "Don't touch them!"
destroy Undead.
All right.
So with my holy symbol of Ravenkind, turn Undead. If you have turn Undead, Undead have disadvantage on their saving throws.
So how does the turn undead work? They have to make, what, wisdom saves?
I'm trying to find that. Turn Undead. Wisdom saving. Must make a wisdom saving throw of DC 13.
All right. So starting with the
disadvantage.
one on the left and back. Failed.
And with
Failed.
destroy, they die.
Failed. They all die?
Yeah.
Well, if
Destroy
they're CR 1/2 or less.
And they're not CR 1/2. They are CR 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so then turn Undead is
Yeah. That changes depending on your level.
turn Undead. It is instantly destroyed if its CR is lower than the threshold of your level. I don't know what that means. Threshold means.
Yeah, it's a half until 8. And then it
So then
goes to
turn
1.
Undead, they just move away.
A turned creature
If there
must
was-
spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can. It also can't take reactions.
Can't move within 30 feet of me.
All right, so all three of them are effectively frightened. They can't come near you. They have to move away from you. So I'm going to mark them as frightened. There's frightened.
For 1 minute.
All right. So you have presented your holy symbol to these creatures, and they are repulsed and immediately begin to withdraw. Anything else you wanted to do?
No, because I think once it takes damage, the effect wears off. So that's it.
All right, Fancy.
Okay, so how many more things are allowed?
3.
I'll attack that one with. Dissonant Whisper.
All right. He failed his save, so 11 psychic damage.
Yep.
All right, 11 psychic damage. Anything else?
No, I was hoping that would kill him.
All right, so this guy begins he uses his action to dash. And he's still slowed, so he's only able to make it that far on a dash. Everett.
So I don't like. So he's no longer slowed. I mean, he's no longer slowed, right?
No, they're all still slowed.
Oh, that was Dissonant Whisper, so it's a cantrip. Okay.
Right.
I just don't want Valmo to get hit. Okay, I'll do my longbow at him if I can finish him. I did good Chove last time, huh?
Yep. If you want, I'll show you how to shoot a bow sometime.
Thanks. All right, I'm gonna try again. Didn't do so good.
Womp womp.
You distracted me. I'm sorry.
Show him how it's done, Chove.
Alright. I will actually. I almost got
That's
that guy. I'm gonna put it
Stand
on.
right next to you.
Focus on this one guy.
Oh, you want me to go? Okay, I'll help Valmo out, and I'll put my hunter's mark on him. Just add another little icon onto him if you can.
Right?
Well, just because once they take damage, they're no longer frightened. So,
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
I'm staring over your shoulder. Ooh, you're good. Little kid.
All right, so a hit for 6 and a hit for 6 plus 2. So 14 altogether. He's got 8. Another one bites the dust.
Everett would like to hold your bow for a second.
Sure. I'll need it again for the rest of them.
That's what, no, you can have it back. I'm just impressed.
With the dash, he manages to move 30 feet away. Shantala.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go for this guy then.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to.
What's the range on Guiding Bolt? Oh, just within range. Look at that. 21
It's
radius.
120 feet.
Right, he's
It's
at
a-
115 feet away.
Oh, well, I could step up to.
All right, Guiding Bolt. Hits. Valmo.
Almost going to move closer. And on that lead one, that's already damaged.
What are these things called, by the way?
They are tar-covered ghasts. And a wisdom save for Valmo. Told the dead. Made it. So no damage, right?
No damage, but
Alright.
the spiritual weapon will try to do something.
Spiritual weapon hits. 8 force damage. Alright, Fancy.
Okay, I still have slow going.
You still are concentrating on slow.
All right, I'm gonna step up. And I'm gonna continue with slow, and I'm done.
All right. This guest here is still frightened. Uses his action to dash and get another 30 feet away. Everett.
I'm going to, and right next to Joe, I can't. I'm going to stand right next to Joe. Grab my longbow, okay? All right, now, I saw what you did. Hold it like this, right? Like
You
this?
have advantage on this shot if you're shooting the one in front.
I am.
You got
Okay.
advantage because of guiding bolt.
Cool. But I hold it like this, right? And then I pull it back, and then I shoot. Oh, that was better.
Come on.
Roll it again
Let's
to
try
see if you're
again.
critted.
I can try again.
Okay, so you hit for 3 damage.
That was better. Thank you, Joe.
Was that Evie or Everett?
That was
Everett,
Everett.
I know, but so you noticed. Very good. May or may not be a transformation going on.
Alrighty. Thank you for my bow back. And should I Hunter's Mark him? Yeah, why not? I still got it. Just put him on there and let's see if I can hit it from here.
The first hit for 6 points of damage drops him. Then the second
Nice
shot
shot.
for 17 targets the far one. He takes 5 damage and is no longer frightened.
Nice shot, Joe.
Thank you. Oh, let me add my. Sorry, I thought I didn't see him because of my initiative. Let me add on. Oh, no, I can't put on the Hunter's Mark. Never mind. Never mind. He wasn't marked.
All right, Shantala.
Let's.
You just drew a red line through fancy.
I was measuring. Yeah, I have to come up to there. That should do it.
Preserve and report. That's all I'm saying.
Six.
Oh, didn't mean to hit that twice.
All right. 18 for 9 radiant damage, plus advantage to the next attacker. All right, Valmo. All right, necrotic. Another Toll the Dead. Wisdom save. Failed. 19 necrotic damage. Time for that spiritual weapon.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it, so I'll just move it forward a bit.
All right. Fancy, it's all up to you.
Where's the last? So there's one more thing.
There
Alive?
is one more.
One left.
He's in the distance, far down the path.
All right, hold on. Yeah, I can't reach him. He's still slow, but I can't reach him. And And Fancy got kind of a cramp while he was trying to run after him too, so he's done. Still,
All right.
We're stretching before activities with that.
And this fool just doesn't know when to give up. He starts marching back towards Valmo.
Not sure.
Everett.
Everett's going to be doing his best. He's going to run forward. So far, with his best Tarzan yell, try his longbow again. See if he can finish him.
You have
Oh,
advantage.
and he
You have
falls
advantage. You have advantage.
Just do it again, then. Do it again. Still, I'm crying on the ground. Damn it! I tried.
You know, sometimes you're just not good at certain things.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Listen, you know how bad I was
No,
when we
but
first
you're,
met.
You're so good at it now.
I have practiced long before I even met you guys, you know? Alrighty. Hunters mark him.
Okay, and the first shot for 6 is enough. What were these guys thinking, trying to sneak up on you, huh?
Oh my god.
That is
And we left them in peace.
I know.
We could have chosen violence.
Right? But that is 400 XP each that is delivered itself into your campsite.
Nice.
Right.
It was like unintended torture for them.
How long?
That's so awesome.
Hopefully.
Thank you for the slow, Fancy.
Yeah, that made a huge difference.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Everett's trying to break his bow. He's failing miserably. I just hurt my knee. Put it away.
All right. I need to take a quick break just to blow my allergy nose and to refill my cup, so I'll be right back.
I will do the same without blowing my nose. Probably not details you needed, but okay.
Hey, I want to know everything. Where are we heading out at this point?
Inward.
Where?
This way.
Okay.
Do you even have a set destination we're going to? Or are you just going to take them to the swamp?
I mean, we were following the footsteps, so
They could lead anywhere, but as long as we're following them, that's fine. We did pretty good against the tar people.
yeah, it could have been a lot worse.
Really could have been.
We
slowed down. It was very natural.
yeah, that slow was amazing.
No, it all worked out though. That was good. We didn't have to get rid of a lot of, ammunition for it.
Damn loss of a fireball, though, huh? That hurt. Really thought
Okay.
that get taken damage from my sphere, so I thought that was a good thing to do. But
You would think if the tar's on fire, it would burn them up, right?
I think the only thing we lack right now is pure damage.
Yeah, I mean,
Where's that?
so,
You don't have a pure damage dealer.
yeah, Silas has kind of really been filling in that role.
Need that sun sword, huh?
Space Lord does good.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the problem he's definitely told me is he loves playing a warlock, he really does, and he's great at it when he is higher level, but that's the problem is that warlock isn't so great at these lower levels.
Yeah.
It's that slow burn kind of type of reward.
Yeah, it's for the longer campaigns where he gets 15 and 20.
I played a warlock. I think I got to 10. And you get really powerful spells, but you only get a couple.
Yeah, no.
It's two, you know?
No, I remember I was, first time I met Space Bear, we were playing in this other server, and so he was playing a warlock, and he had Psychic Scream, and we were up against, like, we were playing a Dragon of Icefire Peak, so we were playing against Talisites, and he, like, there were like 10 of them, because it was a big group, and he, like, managed to knock out half with that one spell.
Wow.
We were like, yeah, it was great because like they failed the save. So like literally he's like when you fail, he had it so like their heads exploded. That was like there was like that Kingsman gif where like the heads explode. So like every time he used it, that's what the gif would be.
Wow.
But man, it was a real game changer for us in that session.
Generally, totally useless to make people's heads explode.
But it's good for
But
the
in this
effect.
instance, that's pretty.
Yeah, our odds at the time were we were fighting against like 10 regular druid Talisites and then 4 different spellcasters. So we were like really desperate for that, like, oh, okay, you just knocked out half the druids, we can actually like win.
It's
That's what I'm
embarrassing when the
ready for.
DM cried.
Oh man, that DM who ran that game, he's a salty dude. He was very, very rules warrior, taught a lot. You would not make him cry unless you like really had a game-breaking moment.
Hey, Dan's killed somebody from the group, and he's got over on us sometimes, and we've gone on over on him sometimes. It's a give and take.
Balances it really well. Even when we feel overwhelmed, sometimes we manage to get ourselves out.
Yeah, but that's not that often.
Huh?
If you're feeling, really overwhelmed, there's no hope. That's not that often.
Yeah.
Good makeup of group characters. Classes.
I have a blast. This is awesome.
All right, hey folks. I was just taking a moment to set up our next map here, and let me go ahead and move you over to it now because after you finish your short rest and follow Sari's footprints for another, let's see, what time is it? We'll do another hour.
I'm not
And
taking a short rest.
standing upon a rise in the swamped earth, you see a series of circular stone wells surrounded by a deep trench filled with rubble. 4 smaller stone wells, oriented north, east, west, and south, surround a larger funnel-shaped well that leads below the surface of the ground. Thick vines and yellow-green moss cover some of the smaller wells, while others lay open, exposed to the skies above. A short set of stone steps lead up to the outer rim of the large well in the center of the area. Surrounding the eastern pit, you see the flicker of torches set into the ground around 3 large tents. One looks quite majestic, decorated in gold on violet cloth, while the other 2 appear to be rough canvas.
These are tents?
Yes, these objects you can't see inside of right here. These are the tents, and this one back
Both
here
of them, okay.
is the majestic tent. The 2 up front are the rough canvas tents.
And what's this?
What's what?
Who's that?
This little
Right. So, it's an orc standing next to a campfire. Looks like he's tending to a meal. Let me get a round of perception checks.
That's not bad.
All right, I'm going to give you this option.
All right,
Does anyone want to be turned invisible?
Want to?
too soon to tell. I don't know.
Okay, it's an option.
What are those footprints? The red
Those
footprints.
Sari's bloody footprints actually lead into this area and into that central well.
Oh, okay.
So, Fancy, let's get a perception check from you. You're the tiebreaker.
Okay.
We have 2 successes and 2 failures.
Failures.
Fancy's perception is 4, so that's a fail.
Ooh.
So as a group, you failed the perception check, so I won't tell you about the thing which may or may not be there.
I bet it's
Yeah.
not important.
Is that an outer wall?
So what appeared to be rubble within the large trench surrounding the compound of the ruins reveals itself to be bones. The size of the trench speaks to what was likely thousands of corpses thrown into the trench to be twisted by centuries of weather and scavengers. The 10-foot wide trench circles off in both directions amidst large twisted trees and hanging carpets of wet moss. So it is a pit filled with bones, thousands and thousands of bones.
Not good.
I'll take a medicine check from anybody trained in it.
I am.
Oh, Chantal.
So the bones reveal themselves to be of many different races, including dwarves, humans, elves, orcs, and countless others. They appear to have died by violent means centuries ago.
But not animals.
No.
So, can we talk to these people? These orcs?
Have they seen us?
No, they have not seen you.
They're kind of far away, but
Right.
Are they friendly?
They'll be friendly.
So far, all you see is the single solitary orc. It looks like they're excavating. There's mounds of earth. Actually, here, let me read this. Snippets of a conversation in Orcish come from within 2 of the nearby canvas-covered tents. Numerous crates and barrels sit nearby, along with shovels, picks, and ropes and large buckets. Mounds of dirt sit off to the side. The camp seems built around one of the old stone wells. Thick vines and brambles have been cut away, and a large wooden scaffold has been built over the top of it, and a series of ropes hang down into the well from the scaffold above. A 10-foot tall pole has been driven into the ground beside the largest of the 3 tents back here, and the body of a dead orc has been impaled on the pole. Anybody speak Orcish?
Oh yeah.
Checked.
Yes?
Yes.
Excellent.
Nice.
So the snippets of conversation you're picking up are largely complaints about working, watching, walking, standing, sitting, eating, etc. So they seem to be workers, and they're griping.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I was about to say, since I understand Orcish, does anyone else understand Orcish?
No.
You might be the only one.
Okay. Yeah, because fun fact, there are orcs in the Feywild, and that's why I picked it. I think I might take Fancy up on the invisibility offer and maybe, do a little scouting invisible and pick up conversations because I can speak Orcish.
There you go.
Good idea.
All right. 1 second of unspelled.
Chove is going invisible.
You are now invisible, milady.
Thank you. All right. So I'll whisper to Fancy in the group. I'll be back. And I walk up to Chantal and I say, even though I don't know if she knows I'm invisible, but I'll be like, I'll be back. I'm scouting. Wait for my signal.
Okay. How will we know a signal if you're invisible?
I'll figure it out. I guess she'll just like touch your shoulder as like that's her signal.
Okay.
Either that or she'll scream.
Or you can just
Hey.
report back.
Mm-hmm.
When the place comes crumbling down, that'd be a good signal.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to start moving. Let's see what I can see here.
This is awesome.
Fancy. What happened to Chove?
I turned her into Ed Harris in the abyss. Sorry, my references are retarded. She knew it was a one-way trip.
Yeah, right.
Okay. I'm just trying to do a quick. Okay, so I only see the one orc there. I don't see any more out and about.
You definitely hear them coming from inside these 2 tents, though.
Okay.
And you know what? Furthermore, I'll say now that hold on before you move.
Oh, okay. I'll go back.
Let me. Now that you're up on this side, you can see that there's actually 3 more orcs that are walking a patrol slowly around the. You see them now? I dropped them up here.
Yes.
So they're working their way slowly around the perimeter.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But
Okay.
you can see them now.
Yeah, I can see them. Okay, with
So-
that in mind.
You got at least 8 orcs in here. And now coming from the larger tent,
shit.
you let me see before I shoot off the hip, let me just make sure that let me look at something on their sheet. Languages. You don't happen to speak Draconic, do you?
No.
Okay. You hear a conversation in Draconic between at least 3 different individuals.
Okay.
From the
I am
large
definitely. Cool. Okay. What is this over here? Really fast.
That is a well, much like
Gotcha.
this one, but it's unexcavated. It is filled with debris and brambles.
Okay. I'm gonna, as I can, I'm gonna make my way back towards the group. I'm gonna go up to Shantala, touch her shoulder, and just, kind of be like, "Hey, we need to hide," and tell her to head over to the trees over here.
We need to hide.
Yeah, there are guards patrolling the outer rim. Looks like they won't be here for a while, but I'd rather you guys be hidden. And then I'll go back to the rest of the group and let them in and say, "Hey, let's meet over by the trees here. We want to get out of sight."
So what are they doing?
So there's a lot more orcs than we anticipated. There are definitely orcs in those two tents. I would probably have to guess, 9, well, with those 3 guards, I'd say like 12 at least. That's not good. I also overheard in the bigger tent, there were some individuals talking. I have no idea what about. I don't know what it was that they were speaking. It wasn't Elvish, it wasn't Infernal or anything that I know, so I'm kind of at a loss, but it sounds like, for the most part, the orcs are hired helpers for whoever's in the bigger tent.
And you think they'll be hostile? They don't want us around here?
Hire. Yeah, they had one of their comrades, staked on a pike. I don't know if that's, to make an example out of the orcs. I don't know if it's a ritual. Depending on the tribe and the beliefs, it varies. I can't really say for sure, but I would say we should definitely approach with violence in mind.
Did you check out the sergeant's, the general place there while you're invisible?
The
Any
tents?
trinkets of worth? Correct.
Honestly, I did not take a look. Not looking for that kind of stuff. I was just more so concerned with, I realized there were guards, and I wanted to make sure that we would not be spotted,
Okay, I'll take care of it. Thank you.
What was that thing in the middle?
I didn't get a chance to really look again. I just saw the guards, and I was like, oh shit, what if they get spotted?
Yeah, no, okay, thank you.
Of course. Speaking of which, I think they're on their way, so everyone hush.
Don't cry out loud.
Why don't we do a group stealth check?
Well, we're in the bushes, right? They can't see us.
We are
Yeah,
in the
but
bushes.
more signs of your recent passage or any noise you might have been making. How well you can conceal yourselves.
Okay, I was about to say, if you guys want me to, I can cast Pass Without a Trace.
I was just gonna say the same
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, I'll just be down to 1. So I cast that on the group.
All right, excellent.
That's worth it.
This is a part of, like, Tove being like, let's just make sure we're all okay here.
Yes.
So they continue their slow perimeter, and they're at the point now where they're pretty much as close to you as they're gonna get. And so the stealth that you're looking to beat is just 10. It's not a difficult stealth check, and it's really just about staying still and staying quiet as they go by. And more than half of you pass that, so they don't notice you. and these 3 guards are going to make their way right on by. Is there any subsequent action you wanted to take, or you just want to let them go off?
I mean, I don't know if they're reporting into someone or not, so I'm a little hesitant to just get rid of them now, because we might make a lot of noise getting rid of them.
Right.
I think we should let him pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is this area like inside the circle cleared, or is there like cover that we could sneak? Like,
No, it's got these wells, so you could definitely hide like behind the wells. But other than that, it's kind of open terrain.
Great. Okay. So yeah, we'll wait for them to pass, and then I'll try and have Chove just make a quick run to the abyss and see if she can like give it a quick glance before determining if everyone should just go straight for the abyss or not.
What if
You
we
are
Still
so
invisible?
brave.
do a distraction before heading
well,
to the base?
we had this pass without a trace for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
Have
so
to
we
be
can't be
together for that?
tracked. Let's see. Asking you and your companions from detection. I mean, that's a good question. I mean,
Sounds like we could be individuals, right? That's what it sounds like.
yeah, but it does say range is from self, target is self. But I think it's like I think of the group is what it means. I will let Dan determine that.
but we have to stay pretty close to you, right?
Yeah, that's what I don't.
You're still invisible. How long? That's a concentration for an hour, I think.
Yep, and that's on Fancy's part. So I mean, I just want to go check out the abyss. But if that means everyone else won't have their pass without a trace anymore,
I can cast it too. Rather I do it than you can stay invisible and do your own thing.
yeah, I already cast it though. So, yeah. So I wanted to check out the abyss. But you know what? Let's maybe do it with everyone. I guess.
What, you wanted to check out the thing in the middle?
Yeah, because
Okay.
the footprints
the,
are leave.
right, the central one, right?
I would be down with that.
Well, Chove's in a unique position to go in and scout it because she is invisible. So
There's no
Yeah.
place for us to hide in between here and there, right?
no, it is.
Just-
It's open.
just- What's this right here? This circle?
Fancy's no hero.
Wait,
That's a well.
I'm
Oh,
actually
that's
on
the
the.
well.
He writes songs about heroes.
All right, yeah. Just because I still have invisibility, Chove's gonna, say to the group, I'm gonna go check out the abyss, scout it out, and then I'll come back for you guys, and we'll make plans from there.
That sounds good.
Sounds
All
good.
right. Do-do-do,
Everett looks
do-do-do.
over at the group and says, "It's freaky hearing her voice and not seeing her."
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
He's a hero.
Chove, I'm gonna slide you over to another map that I have set up, which is
Ooh.
you'll see a 2D cross section of this area. So it's gonna let you see from the surface down into the pit a little bit.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying.
So this here was the pit of bones, and you kind of crawled over that. This is one of the wells that has also got bones and other stuff piled in it. And so you're a little bit closer to the lip here, and this is what
Mhm.
you see as you look down. You can see that there's a room off the side of the chamber at 2 different elevations, one lower down near the bottom and one closer to the top. But you can't see into those side antechambers from the top.
Okay. I can't hear anything, right?
let me... No, I'm going to say it's quiet. And Sari's footprints do lead down this ramp.
Ooh, okay. Should I go or should I get the group? You know what? I will take a risk. I will slowly go down. I just want to get an idea of what this room is, if possible.
All right. I'm going to move
Yes.
I'm going to move you down. It's going to switch from a side view to a top-down view.
Gotcha.
So you know, Evie would be very proud of you.
I know. That's what my mind went to. I'm like, I'm pulling an Evie. I'm pulling an Everett. Okay.
Let me make sure I've got this right. Where is the... Okay, so the walls of this chamber angle slightly inwards, creating a space within with the shape of a large trapezoid. 4 slender stone pillars hold up the ceiling above, each carved into the shapes of snakes intertwined, each one swallowing another's tail. Hundreds of urns lay crushed against the walls of the room. Alcoves along the walls appear to have once housed these urns. A large stone brazier sits in the center of the room on a platform of a rune-engraved stone, burning with bright yellow and red flames. The flames send the shadows of the broken urns dancing along the walls.
Okay, looks like I found a tomb. That's... Alright, just gonna peek my head in just to get that glimpse and go, okay, I'm not gonna mess around in this room, so more snakes.
A voice
More...
whispers from the shadows.
Oh god.
A fanged skull floats out from one of the alcoves, held aloft by the bones of a serpentine body.
Oh no!
So many visitors after such a long, lonely time. The other promised to sacrifice to the Night King. What do you offer? Don't lie, we will taste it on your breath.
I don't... To who? To what? I think Chove is too stunned to properly say anything. I think she's internally just like, I thought I'm invisible. How does it know I'm here? Because she doesn't understand magic that well.
Right.
Oh shit, okay, I don't know who the Night King is.
Fool. And it just let's see, what does it say? You don't know who the Night King is. Then you are a fool, and you should be gone from this place.
Leaving now. I apologize.
All right.
I'll bring more intelligent people. And Chove leaves. She runs. She just goes up, out. She's like, nope.
Up and out?
I think up and out. Yeah, she managed to get out of that. I don't think she's gonna push her luck. Yeah. I think she's gonna head back to the group
Okay.
because I'm
Let's
not
find
sure.
out.
You guys don't know who the Night King is, because I may have found a really scary ghost. Or as bone gods thing. It was pretty freaky. It knew I was there, even though I was invisible, and it asked me what I wanted to wish of the Night King, and I don't know who the Night King is, and it called me a fool.
Anybody who wants to make a religion check can make one.
Sure.
Really?
So
Nice.
Valmo, you particularly have heard the term before. It's part of Yuan-Ti mythology. The Night King is a serpent god.
So, are there Yuan-Ti around here?
You know there's something in this large tent speaking Draconic, but you didn't see what it was.
Yeah, there were a lot of snakes in that chamber. Like, there were a lot of snake symbolism, and that's the statue we found, so...
I don't think
You
I
know.
know what Yuan-Ti are.
They're,
Light them up.
yeah, they're like half human, half like, snake people. Like, think Medusa, but more human.
Fireball.
Oh.
Are they like reptiles on two legs?
There's
So do they-
different forms of Yuan-Ti.
Mm-hmm.
There's a form of Yuan-Ti that more or less looks like a human with a snake head. There's another form of Yuan-Ti that from the waist up is a human, and from the waist down is a giant snake. And then there's a Yuan-Ti that is a human otherwise, except for both of their arms. Instead of arms, they're big snakes.
Oh.
Those ones are kind of silly looking, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
So many options to be afraid of at night.
And are they likely to enslave orcs?
They are likely to enslave anything. They're definitely one of those brutal, domineering, ancient, barbaric races.
Ah.
Like Yankees fans.
Very, very much.
Ow.
And this would appear to be an ancient Yuan-Ti site that they're excavating.
Yeah, there's like a big ghost. Like, whose house were we in where we fought that, like, animated skull? Was it the wizard's? No, it wasn't the wizard's tower. Was it? Oh my god. Yeah, so basically there's like a giant, like, bone snake down there in the first room, and that's like who asked me about the god, and I was like, I don't know who that is, and he's like, you're a fool, leave. So I don't know. I just didn't feel safe, and I got out of there. So I don't know if you guys want to go down there or not, but it seems pretty spooky.
And we have no idea what terrible thing is about to happen.
You know there was another room deeper down that you didn't get a
Yeah.
look into.
Again, I may have insulted a god, so
Always dangerous.
I mean, but it's only a god. It's not the god, you know?
Not more than one god.
little G.
And it's just a, god of this small civilization, small group of people, right? There's not very many of them.
Reptiles.
I feel like you're throwing the word god around pretty loosely.
Did you see where the
Hey,
footprints
keep going.
was?
yeah, so it went down into where I was, and one of the first is, it's like a well almost that they've been excavating, and there are 2 rooms, and I went into the first one, and there was another one deeper, but I didn't go into that because I got really freaked out by the bone snake god thing that called me a fool.
Was it the skull
I
of
think
the
we can
snake?
kill it.
It's the photo I saw was basically like a snake skeleton, but it was implied that it was like big.
Did its eyes light up when it talked to you?
It just kind of appeared out of the shadow, to be like, yeah, I see you've entered my chamber. What do you want of the Night King? And I'm like, who's the Night King? What? You can see me? Like, I was just shocked by that.
Let's go down there.
I mean, can we just, like, bum rush him?
I mean, I guess. I mean, he was offering a wish. Well, no, he said, what do you offer? I didn't know what that meant.
Oh, what if we give them those 2 rings we took off the dragon sword?
Good idea.
Give them gold. They like gold.
I guess. Do you guys want to do you want to wait until it's dark and go in, or do you want me to go in again by myself? Like,
I
How
don't
much
think you
longer
should go
does-
by
No.
yourself.
We should regroup. We should regroup.
So, do you think it wants an offering?
yeah,
Well, gold rings might be good.
yeah. I mean, he said, "What do you offer?" And he literally also said, it kind of reminded me of Silas with this line, "Don't lie. We will taste it on your breath." Like, it'll make me regret it if I lied to them.
So you admitted you didn't know who he was, right?
Yeah, I said, "I don't know who the Night King is," and he called me a fool, and I was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna leave," and he's like, "Yeah, just go."
Well, at least you didn't try to taste your breath.
So
I'm
what if we give you the things, we turn you invisible again, you leave the rings there, and then you come back up?
What happens if you just ignore it and walk past it?
I think we should all go.
Let's
Yeah.
just all go for the sake of it.
Where's that guard duty patrol?
Let's get.
Well, do we want to maybe wait till it gets dark? What
And
time is it,
then-
DM?
It is, let's see exactly. It is like noontime.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Don't orcs have good night vision?
Oh, they do have dark vision.
So it's not like we'd be gaining any benefit in 8 hours.
You want me to turn into a snake? I can go with you as a giant snake.
Hmm. Yeah, let's just all go. I think we can just try. I mean, I did cast Pass Without a Trace earlier. So, I mean, believe that's still up. Because I guess I used it on myself since I was invisible.
Right.
So I can still use it on the rest of us.
Let's go.
I like that idea.
Yeah, just so we have like a benefit of like, we'll try and sneak across. Unless somebody has a better idea.
Nope.
No, that's a good idea.
The only thing I ask for is the Mission Impossible theme to try and go across.
I was
Unless we
thinking
just
of
set
more than
everything on fire.
Oh, that's a good idea.
What about doing a
Attempts that you can
fireball down the well?
We don't know what else is down there. We might need something down there.
Fire in the hole.
Well,
We
if
can
it's
do that.
flammable.
We can do it afterwards, as we're making our great escape. So that way we're running away from an explosion.
Right, because
Badass.
certainly that will draw attention to us.
Also, another good point. Let's wait until after we leave and get everything we need.
Okay.
So what's the plan?
We're all going to sneak over there.
In broad daylight?
Well, there it works.
Pass without a trace?
We have this pass without a trace.
I guess one of the questions we asked earlier is,
Hold on.
pass without a trace work for a group of people? Is that a solo effect?
Well, it says you and your companions. Literally in the spell.
If we stay close to you
All right.
and there's no patrol looking our way.
Right.
They're on the
All
other
right.
side of the-
Absolutely. Pass without trace. I just read it. Plus 10 bonus to your stealth check. So let's set the bar with this orc's perception check. Which is wisdom, right? All right. So I think it's safe to say that you're all going to beat a 5, or the majority of you are certainly going to beat a 5. So let me set up your tokens on the map Chove just got to preview. So you're looking at a 2D side view of the campsite here, leading up to the central pit. You guys, because of your successful pass without trace, will basically put you right up here. But I wouldn't tally too long up here. You'll eventually will be noticed if you hang up here too long. So I would take cover down inside the pit.
Okay. Down the pit we go.
We go down this way.
Is Chove still invisible?
All right, let's go.
I mean, I guess has it been an
Fancy,
hour yet?
Fancy, are you still concentrating on Chove's invisibility?
I haven't had not to.
Right. So there's no reason to stop it, I guess. All right. So this room here, this first room, is where Chove reported the giant snake skeleton. And Everett, as you move down, I'm going to drop you down on the map here just so you can see inside the room.
Okay. Okay. He's got the rings.
I guess me, because it was the eagle.
Okay.
I commanded, so I'll give you the rings.
Boy. Are you guys coming or am I going alone?
Nope, I'm down here.
Chove is gonna stand like she's gonna be on the platform, but she's not going in after the first run in. She's too embarrassed.
What about you,
I'll
Fancy?
go.
Are you going to go down, or are you going to stay in the central well? All right, we'll take that as a maybe. All right. What do you offer to the Night King?
I feel like Dorothy walking up to the
Right.
to the wizard. I offer these. I kneel. I hold out my hands with a ring in each one. These 2 gold rings. Close my eyes.
And it gestures towards the central brazier.
I'm there. Am I there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I put the rings in?
It's not saying so, but
Put the 2 rings in the central brazier. Then run backwards. Ah!
Such paltry treasures mean nothing. The Night King wants your pain. Retrieve your treasures, and that will suffice.
Okay. Pain? It wants my pain?
Yes. So it wants you to reach in and grab the rings and take them back out.
Okay.
Oh,
What could go
you'll
wrong?
get it?
You want to get it? Okay.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Get it.
All right. Let's see. Take only a point of damage.
Okay.
And the snake issues a long, prolonged hiss as if it was pleased. and then asks, what has brought you to disturb this resting place of the dead. And
Well,
Hiding.
and says, you so many visitors after such a long time.
Does
Had
anyone
other
want to?
visitors?
well, we
Uh,
heard that something terrible was about to happen, and we're just trying to discover what that might be and if we could stop it.
Well, the Naga, because what it is called a Naga. The Naga says the visitor that was preceded you was not a mortal being, and he held uh, a lowly human in his thrall, but not completely. Deep down, that one wanted to be punished for his crimes.
Yeah, we saw the crime we didn't see him committing the crime, but we saw the people that he killed.
We saw his handiwork.
Yes.
And the ghost of one of the people he killed led us to this place.
This burial pit is close to the underworld. The spirits here have become restless. A powerful spirit has come to this place, angry and confused, yet very strong. He is here now. He searches.
What is he searching for?
This we do not see.
So, is it a creature from the nether realms?
A restless spirit.
Is that spirit close?
Yes.
Is the spirit dangerous?
Not to us.
Well, it's confused, so probably depends.
A faded
Spirit.
fresco on the wall depicts dozens of Yuan-ti in a ceremony with hundreds of slaves of all different species. The Yuan-ti in the fresco are raising their gore-covered hands to a black and violent serpent twisted in a vortex of black clouds laced with red lightning. Anybody who wants to make a history or a religion check?
I'll do religion.
I'll do.
I did good with that.
Valmo, Shantala, excellent.
Yeah.
So the fresco depicts Dendar, the night serpent, a dark deity of the Yuan-ti. According to, because you critted here, I'm going to go ahead and read according to legend, this elder evil was born of the first nightmare. She has an insatiable appetite for terrifying dreams, which, if left unsatisfied, would cause every creature in existence, mortal or divine alike, to remember every nightmare they've ever had in painfully vivid detail.
That's pretty intense.
So they're sacrificing to satisfy her hunger, so they don't succumb to that fate, as it
Right,
were.
right.
Is this her temple?
We need to make this right.
Yes.
This is her temple?
Yes.
Oh dear. Oh. Hmm.
Can we
So
just
it's a
drive
rest.
off the evil spirits?
Chove, you
Well-
still up top?
I mean, I went down, like to here. I was like standing outside the door.
Gotcha. Okay. Here, I'll put you over here just so you can see.
It's a restless spirit. Is that sorry? Does she come down here?
Except she was the one who told us to begin with that there was a powerful entity. Right?
That's true.
There's still more down here we have to explore.
Yeah, maybe we should look at this into this other room.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm curious about this non-living visitor. You know, the fancy dressed guy.
One that speaks Draconic, or I guess they all do.
No, the one who was with the one of the pair.
Oh, the one that didn't eat?
Yeah, that we've been tracking.
What's in front of Valmo?
A brazier.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right, so can we explore another room?
Here, I'll put you back up top here. Let me make a modification here.
So is this another place that was like sucked into Barovia?
Yes. This was a place formerly of the Forgotten Realms. So they share nothing
Shoko.
of the regional history. So, Everett, let me stop you right there. And let's put Shantala with you. What you didn't see was the glyph of warding that was inscribed into the path right here. And once activated, any living creature that each creature within 20 feet. Let's give a quick measurement here.
Oh no, what'd I do?
So really, like even with our passive perception, we didn't notice it?
Right, it was hidden.
It's Chove.
Unless somebody has a passive investigation of 15. I don't think
Investigation? No.
I don't think anyone has a passive investigation of 15.
10 count.
No, it just says perception.
Well, just take your investigation and add 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean it's 9.
Yeah. So, yeah, because we don't have any like really intelligent classes.
Right. All right. So Shantala and Everett make a dex saving throw.
Oh, 1 through.
All right. So you both made your save. So you only take half damage. So you take 12 thunder damage. And whoever cast this glyph is now aware that someone is coming.
Fabulous.
Sorry about that. Do we all have to do dex saves or just Chantal and Everett?
No, they were the only two that were close enough. Nobody else had moved their tokens, so I gave you the benefit of the doubt that you were still further than 20 feet away.
Okay.
Well,
In the rear with the key.
we may as well go in then. I mean, if we've already tripped the glyph.
As long as we rang the doorbell, we might as well go in.
Now I'm really glad I didn't go in by myself.
Sorry, Everett, sorry. Quick question. I have been carrying around 8 temporary hit points. Those go away at a long rest?
Yes, they do.
Wait, I moved.
Is that
I
the aid?
I
was
just
in the
wanted
room
you
again.
to see the cross-section shape of the room
Oh,
before I moved you down, because you kind of lose that dimension.
right. So it's taller at the back of the room.
Right.
And what's this big gray square?
Okay, so torches illuminate this large chamber. Along the walls, a number of stalactites hang from the ceiling, all dripping with stinking black liquid. The liquid runs in thin grooves etched into the floor, filling a long rectangular pool set in the center of the chamber. A man kneels at the far end of the pool, holding a dagger to his own throat. Another well-dressed figure kneels next to him, whispering into his ear. Looking up, they see you. Turning back to the kneeling man, who the second figure whispers a word and smiles as the companion draws the dagger across his own throat.
Oh,
The man's screams of pain are quickly replaced with grotesque gurgling sound as he pitches forward into the pool of black water.
uh-oh. So now he's made a blood sacrifice to this night serpent, I'm assuming.
Yep.
That will be no problem.
So I'm just going to ask him, so what are you hoping to accomplish? What are you hoping to receive from Dendar, the night serpent?
So, the well-dressed man just smiles and utters a brief incantation, causing three creatures to emerge from the pool.
If I cast healing word on the guy in the pool, will he live?
Um,
I think. Want to end the sacrifice.
I don't know, but you could certainly try. I guess we should roll for initiative.
Nice.
All right, let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's everybody. Okay. All right, and acting first, this creature that rose up out of the disgusting black water. Let's see. Let me briefly read the tactics here. Okay, I'm just doing a little reading on the tactics here. Excuse me for a second. All right. So this creature is just gonna attack. We got everybody here. There we go. There's Chove and Valmo on top of each other. Let's just move that. Fancy is still concentrating on Chove's invisibility.
At this exact moment, yes.
All right.
Valmo,
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5.
is this visitor guy a bad guy?
I don't think he's on our team.
All right, Shantala.
So they just moved?
He just charged up to the front of the pool.
I'm gonna go here and pull out my holy symbol and do Radiance of the Dawn. But I don't know how to actually make it like show up.
Okay.
Oh wait. Yeah, so all hostile creatures within 30 feet of me have to make a DC 16 Constitution save.
All right. Let's start left to right. The visitor.
Not as much damage as I would have liked, but
And this is a con save. So the visitor made his con save. I assume you're not targeting Regold?
is he hostile to us?
I guess
Slit
not.
his own throat.
I guess not.
Oh, and it's half damage on a save.
All right, so 8 damage. So that's 8 damage. All right. I gotta still roll for the whites. Okay, so con save 1, 2, 3. Fail. Made it. Made it.
Jeez.
So fail takes 16. And these two guys take 8. Okay, anything else?
Nope, that's my action.
All right, Fancy.
Okay. It appears that we have everything in hand. So I will viciously mock this person right.
Viciously mock him?
Yes.
Wisdom save?
Yes.
He made his wisdom save. So that's half damage? No damage.
No damage.
No
And
damage.
and am I still concentrating on invisibility?
I guess you are.
All right. I'm done.
All right, Valmo.
Um, Okay, Bane on the 3.
And that's a charisma save, or if they make it, they don't suffer any effects?
Yeah, if they make it, they don't suffer.
Going left to right. Made it. Made it. Made it.
Cool.
This is Dan.
Alright. So that's it for me.
Okay. Okay, so now we go to Wriggle's turn. Wriggle begins combat at 33 hit points, submerged in the pool. At the start of each round, he takes 11 necrotic damage. The nature of the ritual prolongs the suffering of the individual being sacrificed, and they automatically succeed on their saving throw and take half damage from the pool's corrupted water. Wriggle can't be seen due to the opaque water.
What's your healing word?
Chove.
Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so I'm invisible. I will, let me see something. Boom. Okay, so I'll go over to here. And I'm gonna hit this guy with my blood spear. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna go with the blood spear.
Alright, so the second you attack, you become visible. And let's see, does a 13 cut the mustard? Armor class 14, so no dice.
Oh well.
As well, wave hello.
Alright. So this one, with Shantala, okay, so this makes a lot more sense. So I'm reading what happens to you if you step into the pool. And I'm seeing that any creature that touches the water within the pool must make a Constitution saving throw, take 4d10 necrotic damage, or half on a successful save. And
4d10.
then I'm looking at the white has multi-attack, and if he hits with his longsword, he can do like 1d10 damage. But wouldn't it make a lot more sense to grapple you and try to pull you into the pool, because that would be a lot more hurtful to you than it would hitting it with its weapon. So that's what it's going to do. Shantala, this white is going to try to grapple you. So with athletics or acrobatics, beat a 10. All right, you did it. So he's not able to pin you down. Otherwise, he would have been able to move you, and he would have put you into the pool.
Right. Well, glad that didn't happen.
Right. So, but he has multi-attack. So
That was close.
grapple was only one of his actions. So he's going to try it again. Oh, and he did even worse this time.
Well, I can't do worse than that, so there you go.
Thank
You
you.
should
Thank
judo
you.
chop him.
All right. So, so again, you are able to definitely keep him from getting a firm grip on you. Now, the visitor, for his part, as the fight is going on, he is shouting incantations at the top of his lungs and laughing hysterically. Let's see what his abilities are. Okay, so I've got a decision to make, because of course he's a spellcaster. So let's see who my targets are. He's a pretty smart guy, so he is sizing up his targets and trying to pick the ones that he thinks might be softer. Wisdom saving throw. Who's good and not good at wisdom saving throws? Fancy's not good at wisdom saving throws. And Valmo's not particularly great either. Now, my records
I
might
think
not
you can
be...
tell that by looking at them.
Well,
Shit!
Fancy, I think it's fairly obvious you can tell he's not a very wise character.
I pushed my sister down the stairs and I blamed it on the door.
It's a Goonies, right?
Yeah.
Goonies reference. Woo!
All right, so the visitor has an ability called Split Enchantment, and when he casts a spell that targets one person, he can actually target two. So he's targeting Valmo and Fancy with Crown of Madness.
We have to do a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
This is so bad.
Nice.
All right, Fancy. Excellent.
Hey.
All right, so he burned his action casting Crown of Madness, which was a concentration spell, but it didn't take hold. So that is his action. He doesn't get to do anything else, and we go to Everett.
Everett is absolutely terrified at the moment. He is going to ice knife the visitor.
No, we know the visitor is bad.
So the visitor is going to use his instinctive charm reaction. When a creature that the visitor can see makes an attack roll against him, he can divert the attack, provided that another creature is within the creature's attack range. So we'll say this white here. The
Why
attacker.
Not Wriggled.
Wriggle is under the surface of the water.
Okay.
The attacker must make a D. Okay, so you have to make a Wisdom saving throw, DC 13. Okay, so you ignore the effect on a successful throw. the visitor's not going to be able to use this feature against you again. So that is that.
My ice knife blows up.
So his ice knife is, you need to get armor class 16.
Okay.
And you won't be able to use the knife again.
I won't be able to use that again, is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what I asked. Or he can divert it again.
Yeah, he can't use his reaction to divert you. All right. So the attack misses, and we come to this white. Everybody okay running a few minutes late while we finish this fight?
Oh, I'm dying for my next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. That's all right.
Yeah, I'm
Me
good.
too. And I'm backing up.
All right, Chove, prepare to be
Yep.
grappled.
Great.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. As a reaction, can I attempt to contest it?
Yes, you get that anyway, and it's
Oh,
not
okay.
your reaction. It's just what you get
Just
to do. Acrobatics or athletics. Okay,
Oh,
you
no.
got grappled. So when you're grappled, the creature can move you. And that is what he does. He pulls you into the pool. So any living creature that touches the water within the pool must make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, no.
Oh.
19 points of damage.
I'm a flesh wound.
oh god! Avoid it! This hurts!
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
a
no.
distant echoing roar fills the chamber, and the ghostly image of a monstrous creature with curled ivory horns appears floating above the pool. His eyes scan the room, falling upon each of you, and then the fiend, as if looking for someone. A jagged hole in the shape of a heart gapes in the center of the ghost's chest. Behold your new master, the visitor shouts. No longer shall you slave away for that foul witch. You shall belong to me soon enough. And the ghost roars in protest as the well-dressed man begins chanting. Anybody want to make an insight check?
Yeah.
Sure.
So the ghost, while looking quite dangerous and angry, doesn't appear to be threatening. In fact, it looks more confused than ready for a fight.
Is it any particular representation of any certain kind of? Because that just looks like I can't tell what.
I think he's technically a half dragon troll.
Oh.
So I guess mostly troll.
Mostly.
Oh. Okay.
Mostly.
All right, Shantala, it is your turn.
Right. I am going to cast silence. So I need a 20-foot radius sphere.
That includes the visitor?
Well, no, it's a 20-foot radius sphere.
Is that
No, that's only 10.
So effectively, you can get half the room.
Yeah.
Why can't I select this now? There we go.
It's this.
All right, so you are concentrating on the silence effect, which means no spell casting, right?
Well, am I gonna be able to see the circle?
Let me let me come back out. I'm just cleaning up my windows a little bit. Let me try again. Draw a shape, 20-foot circle.
That covers the entire room.
Sorry, I'm trying here. My tools aren't cooperating with me.
It's the same one as the fireball.
Oh, you know what? That's a really easy way to put it. Because then I don't have to draw it.
Right.
How long have I been doing this? There we go.
Yeah, there we go. So, but I can't move it.
My interface is a little messed up. I can't. I'm having trouble myself here. Oh wait, there we go. Maybe I just got it back now. So let's give you control of it so you can position it where you'd like. There you go.
Leave up the 10-foot radius one.
So no spells can pass through that.
It could. The people inside it can't speak. So now I can't. Oh shoot! I can't get my token. I want to move my token out of there. Hold on. Let me do this.
Here, let me move it out of the way. Now you can move your token.
There we go. Now, there we go.
All right, I'll put that on the back layer so we can just kind of leave it there as a reminder where the silence is. All right. Anything else for Shantala?
No. So I'm concentrating. Yeah, I've got a little. Yeah.
All right. Valmo, prepare to be grappled.
I prefer not to.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Let's do the athletics. I don't have an advantage on it.
I don't. Why would you have advantage?
Because I want to roll again.
All right. So for the pool again, any creature make a Constitution saving throw. All right, you made it. So you're only going to take half damage.
So what's the
13.
nothing?
So here's the good news. I don't see anything about ongoing damage. It says any creature that touches the water within the pool must make a con saving throw or take necrotic damage, half on a save. But what happens if... Well, I guess if you stay submerged in the pool, because Wriggle is taking the damage. So, right, okay.
So do the whites take damage too since they're in the pool?
No, because they're undead. Because it says any living creature. Alright, fancy.
All right. I am going for the coup de grace. Confusion. And I'm doing it right here to get these 4. I can get 4 of them.
You said a 20-foot radius one you needed? Or a 10-foot radius one?
No, just 10. Yeah, it's only 10.
Alright, so this green circle is a 10-foot radius. So if you want to get the visitor in that confusion...
Yeah. Yeah, I can get the visitor, Wriggle, this guy,
No.
and this guy.
No.
Why not?
Okay, maybe if you put it here, you just get enough of the visitor and you just get enough of the white where you can get them both. But you don't get the ghost in the middle. Because you have to
Okay.
get half of his token.
Okay, so I get those 3.
Alright. Confusion. So Shifty is now concentrating on confusion. Is a wisdom save for all of them.
Yeah, it's a wild.
Failed. Wriggle, who is not necessarily your enemy in this, failed. And the white. What DC was it?
I think it's 15, isn't it?
Yeah, 15. Okay, so all 3 of them failed. All 3 of them are confused.
Right. All right, I'm just going to sit here.
What happens when they're confused?
When it's their turn, they have to roll a dice.
Okay, alright. Valmo,
I'll put it back.
So,
you are grappled.
but I could still attack and do things, correct?
Right.
So I'm going to use my holy symbol of Ravenkind and turn undead.
Okay.
To get these, there should be all 3 of them.
And the ghost or not?
Is the ghost undead?
Yeah, I
Maybe it's
suppose
dead,
it
dead.
is.
So all 4 of them should have to beat DC 13. Wisdom saving throw.
Alright, looks like I've got the visitor and Wriggle failed, but the white...
Wait, does that include the visitor?
What's that?
Does that include the visitor? He's too far away.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm forgetting. I'm doing confusion again. This is the turn undead on these
Yeah, so
4.
just
Right.
Or maybe
The
even
visitor's not undead anyway. Okay, so again, the white and Graxigax both fail, and the two closer to you succeed.
So they still hold our.
So we mark the turn creatures as frightened, right?
Yeah,
Right.
unless I think they was alright. Let's hoping the other two would give up and leave. Let us go. So that's it.
All right. Wriggle takes more damage, and then we go to
And he's
Cho.
confused.
And he's confused.
I hate to ask, but he is underwater, right?
That confused hit all three, right?
Yeah.
All right, what you got, Chove?
Well, I'm grappled, so I gotta break out of that.
All right, you want to use your action to break the grapple? You can do athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah. What do I have to beat?
Let's see. A 6. All right, you break the grapple.
Alright. I would like to. Can I get away? If I
Yep.
disengage?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
Yeah, I mean, you
disengage.
give him an. Okay, you Well, you used your action to break the grapple,
Oh,
so you can't
I'm just.
disengage. Unless
Okay,
you can
I'm
do it
just.
as a bonus, but.
Yeah, I can't. I was trying just to get out of the way. Just get out of the pool. But I'll get op-tacked if I do that?
Yep.
Shit. Okay, I will just stay in the pool now that it's broken. I used my action, so
Okay.
I guess I'm stuck.
All right. Okay, this white here. He
Is he
can't.
confused?
He can't approach Shantala because that technically brings him closer to Valmo, and he can't get closer to Valmo. And he's confused. I'm just gonna skip this guy's turn. Okay. Again, the ghost of this dragon troll that the visitor is apparently summoning to try to control is still trapped in the middle. The visitor is confused. Thank you for coughing up the confused description. So let's see. Okay. The creature doesn't move or take actions on this turn. Everett.
I will crossbow the visitor. Can't hit anything. It's just stomping now. I'm staying put. Hope you okay?
I don't. It was not fun going in. I don't want to stay in.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what,
Let me know
guys?
if you need healing word.
That attack missed. And here at the top of round 3, because we're 15 minutes late at this point, I think one of the beauties of Roll20 is that in traditional tabletop D&D, it can be really hard to leave a battle, and especially with minis. and have it be preserved. But I think we can leave it here right at the top of round 3 of this battle and pick up with that next week, rather than keep you guys too much later. What do y'all think?
It'll be
But either
like
way, but
I'm good for playing on, but it's early over here, so.
Right.
oh yeah, I love
I
it.
mean, it seems like it's gonna take a while.
It does. It looks like and that's if we were going to be wrapping up in like 15 minutes, I'd say let's shoulder ahead, but it could be 45.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, if it's gonna be that long, then I'm gonna have to say no.
Right.
It's
Okay.
like the beginning of Revenge of the Sith. You just come in like
Yeah, those of us on the West Coast can't really make the decision.
Right. All right. Well, we'll wrap it up here. In the middle of this climactic fight here with all these moving parts, but we will pick up with the exciting start next week. So thank you all again. We'll see if we have our missing compatriots with us again next Monday night. But until then, have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday.
Yep.
All right.
Same to you guys.
Everyone have a good week.
Have a
Have a
good
good
one,
one, guys.
everybody.
Have a good one.
See you guys next time.